music into the promised land of bluegrass. We did. Bluegrass rules, that was the one. Yeah, I was your big memory. But he has a CD with him, and he's going to tell you all about it, why he recorded it, and where he recorded it, and just make welcome Mr. Dennis Parker right here. Dennis, come on.
I did a project a while back. It's called Songs Under the Air Conditioning Unit. It's autobiographical. I recorded it at my apartment where I still live under my air conditioner. It's still there. I actually still post a bunch of videos on Facebook. That's how this kind of got started. 6 years ago, I'm celebrating, as of January of this year, I'm celebrating 6 years of sobriety. Constantly recovering alcoholic. I spent a lot of time just kind of drowning my sorrows. A lot of damage that I've done in this world, and a lot of things that I just couldn't escape. And the bottle became a relief for me for a time, until the bottle just didn't work anymore. And when the bottle stopped working, I got to the thing that I had leaned on for so long. When it didn't work, I was dependent on it. I couldn't really function without it. And the thing that I ended up loving at one time, I began to hate. And I knew no way out. I wish, and I know a lot of people that see me from that time. I remember them looking at me with just such disgust, because I was a promising musician that they'd seen, and they just saw me just squander my life away, and they just said, "Man, what a shame, what a shame," you know. And I was also the guy that just kept going to jail. I kept making the I kept doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and I never did. I'd end up in jail over and over again. I had 5 DUIs. And when your problems just start compounding, you just think that there's no way out of it and there's no hope. And there's somehow God intervenes. And he did in my life. I didn't realize that he was intervening, but he brought a single person in my life that just became a friend and listened to me and all my nonsense, and heard me spouting off against God and not believing in God and this and that. And this person just kept telling me truth. And I didn't want to hear it. I thought I was winning them over. It didn't really work out that way. But in the most desperate time of my life, one of the most desperate times, I've been to jail over and over again, and it just became an old habit. This last time, I reached out to this person. He was the only person that would even answer the phone to me. Even my parents, my father would not speak to me at the time. I damaged all those kind of things. And I called this person up, and this person just told me, "Dennis, God loves you. He's got a plan for your life." And she also said something at that time that I remember. It might have been in a different conversation, but she said, "You know what, Dennis? God uses the broken to prove his power." I didn't really fully understand that. But you're looking at a guy that was so dependent on drinking and so dependent to thinking that I would never, ever be able to play music again. I'd never get any kind of semblance of life together again. And I'm standing next to my hero. I used to really think that life was just a sequence of accidents. It's not. I believe totally in a sovereign God that knows everything that's going on, sees everything, hears everything, knows everything, and I am very okay with that. Things don't necessarily go Dennis's way, but I have never seen the righteous forsaken or their seed begging for bread. My mother prayed for me for years and years ago and never saw her son sober. But she sees it now. And I'm so grateful for that. So the reason I did the project, and I know it sounds weird, I know it sounds funny, songs under the air conditioning unit, but that's where God met me. I just gotten fresh out of jail, and for some reason or another, I felt like the need to share what God was doing in my life, and I just happened to be under an air conditioner. And I've told many people this, and I think this is very powerful. God will use an air conditioner if you give it to him. And I gave it to him. And so the disc and the CD and the project that I did is to help. And I've seen it help some people maybe that just are lost and looking for their way. And there are also some people that really struggle with their family members that are lost, and they just they don't understand the mind of an alcoholic. And I try to explain where I was, and it's a story. It's a story of a guy that was dead, and God breathed new life into him. That's the power of God. There's nothing that he can't do. With man, things are impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So anyway, this is a song, and I like to dedicate this to my dad, because my dad used to hum this song. He was a horrible singer. It's amazing that I could even pick up what it was, but he would hum the song, and it was the first time I remember ever hearing him whistle or hum a song that I actually liked. My family was trapped down to Western Kentucky, where my parents were born. There's a back road town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. Sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Airdrie Hill. The years smell like snakes and we shoot with our pistol. They'll do pop bottles all the way to kill. Daddy, won't you take me back to Unionburg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late and asking just to be by this cold drink, good home. Where the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, they tortured the timber and stripped all the land. Lift up all that coal town, man was forsaken, rolled it all down as a progress of land. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River, and my soul to ride Chester down halfway to heaven where paradise lay, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Oh, Daddy, won't you take me back to Unionburg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late dancing just to be by this cold drink of home away.
Dennis, you got some CDs with you? No, he's got some CDs with him. We got some CDs with us too out in the lobby out there, and some shirts.